Yes.
Talk to us about breastfeeding. Why is it so important?
Well, breastfeeding, while many people just focus on the fact that it's nutrition, it actually is also medicine. Breastfeeding promotes, protects health in children and helps children to grow healthy and strong. And we need that for a healthy immune system.
Mm-hmm. Now, why is it then necessary to have this awareness week like this about breastfeeding, not just in our country, but worldwide?
Because worldwide, Elvis, children are dying, and they're dying because of inappropriate breastfeeding, which means moms are not breastfeeding optimally. They're mixing the breast milk with other fluids, such as water, tea, food at an early age. And this is causing a lot of problems in terms of children getting diarrhea, pneumonia. And as we've known with HIV, inappropriate breastfeeding can also transmit HIV. Positive moms breastfeeding their children getting HIV as well. So we need to actually up our game around the breastfeeding agenda. Mm-hmm. And between the 1st and 7th of August worldwide, agencies, NGOs, everybody aligned to child health will be focusing on this week to try and improve the awareness and the advocacy to bring breastfeeding to the fore.
Now, if it is so crucial, why isn't it that more mums are using breastfeeding to breastfeed their children? Is it because of the awareness that we are talking about, which is not there?
Well, Elvis, interestingly enough, mums are aware that breast is best. It's a slogan we've had in South Africa for many years, and many moms can repeat it. But it's the environment that's not conducive to mommies breastfeeding adequately. One, mothers are separated from their babies, at least at hospital level already. So we're not initiating breastfeeding from the very beginning. Two, moms have to return to work. Although we have got maternity benefits, which allows us to take 4 months, it's not always paid benefit. So moms have to choose whether they're going to take a cut in salary or going to stay home to breastfeed their babies adequately.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell us more about some of the events that you are planning where mothers and the public can learn more about breastfeeding.
Well, this year, UNICEF is working with a coalition of organizations, and we're trying to use every opportunity, especially the media, to bring the breastfeeding agenda to the public. We'd like to hear more debates. So the radio stations, a few TV stations have taken up the challenge to put it onto their shows. So we're very happy that we are getting the exposure. Moms also have the opportunity to go onto Facebook pages, both UNICEF Facebook page, we have the Association for Dietetics, as well as Save the Children. They can post their questions, and we'd be happy to answer those questions.
And how are South African mothers then involved in teaching other mothers about breastfeeding?
We have a very successful NGO called Mothers to Mothers, and Mothers to Mothers emanated out of the HIV epidemic, where we were trying to help our HIV positive mothers understand the importance of exclusive breastfeeding. So the Mothers to Mothers model has been very successful in helping moms to maintain this exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. But now we need to move the agenda beyond HIV. It's not only about HIV positive mothers, it's about all mothers. Mothers who are not HIV positive should also be heeding the call to exclusively breastfeed their infants between the ages of 0 to 6 months. So this idea of a mother supporting another mother has been tried and tested. We know it's successful. But I think that what we want to engage more is the community. A family brings up a child. So within families, we'd like families to have this breastfeeding almost ethic, that children are entitled to adequate nutrition, and breast milk is the best nutrition.
Now, you also have something called, or an initiative called a milk donation for those mothers who don't have milk. Tell me more about that.
Yes, this is called human milk banking. And in South Africa, we have a newborn care plan, which the government is rolling out across the country. Every newborn is entitled to and should be getting human milk. And we are asking moms to donate human milk to where they have milk banks. So most hospitals have a milk bank, and in this milk bank you can donate your milk. They'll process the milk by pasteurizing it, they'll repackage it, and a newborn baby will be able to have access to this valuable, what we call liquid gold.
Mm-hmm. How safe is it?
Extremely safe. We've been feeding babies on donated milk for many years. I think we also used to the notion of wet nursing, where another mother breastfeeds a baby. But of course, within the HIV context, we're not encouraging wet nursing. We are encouraging mothers to donate their milk to a breast bank and at the breast milk bank, they will process the milk, and that's safe to feed a baby.
Now, there is a sense that South African women prefer, or South African mothers, I would rather call it, prefer baby formula over breast milk. Is that a problem that you have identified?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if we look at the stats right now in South Africa, only 7 out of 100 mothers are exclusively breastfeeding, meaning that they are feeding their child only breast milk. And that's because we have a culture of mixed feeding. And that culture of mixed feeding is underpinned by, one, aggressive marketing of infant formula. You see a nice billboard with a fat, chubby baby feeding formula, and every mom thinks that's what a healthy baby looks like. 2, mothers kind of relate their breast milk to their own health status. So often moms say, well, I'm overweight, is my breast milk still good enough? Or I'm underweight, is my breast milk still good enough? And I think that women are not confident and don't understand the value of their own breast milk. Mm-hmm. And as I said earlier, mm-hmm. the fact that women are separated from their children very early on for them to return back to work.
Now, from the 1st of the 7th is World Breastfeeding Week. UNICEF's involvement in creating awareness, are they assisting you? Can you hear me, Chantal?
Sorry, I was listening to you. Yes, of course, UNICEF is supporting all government initiatives. So you can go to any of our health facilities within the country and you can get information from the health service providers. As I said earlier on, you can go onto our webpage, which is the UNICEF webpage. And all our NGOs that are aligned to child health are promoting this week. And we would like to hear from our moms. We'd like to hear how we can support them better to have improved breastfeeding practices.
And that webpage is
www.unicef.org.za.
Thank you so much for your time, Chantal, and joining us here on AM News.
Thank you very much.
That was Chantal Witten, a nutrition specialist at UNICEF, talking to us about World Breastfeeding Week. And the question is, do you breastfeed your child? Mom,